Wait, can you just give me fucking roles to come in here? Is that really that hard?
Dude, no one has the roles. Just like, well, why can I hear you in the background? I have an echo. Oh my god.
I don't have my headphones on. What? You don't have roles on this Discord setup?
I'll create roles later, okay? Oh my god. I can hear myself. Oh my god.
How mad does it make you? Be honest. I'm mad.
It makes me very mad, okay? Also, you keep on being stuck on the chromatic Avis. You can just come back. Did you give up? Finally?
No, why would I not kill it? I'm going to kill it.
Okay.
So for subject matter jurisdiction, like not every court can hear every case, right? There are certain courts that are specialized for certain things.
I'm confused. This legal stuff
On
hurts
what?
my head.
What,
Like,
what did I just say? You didn't understand.
I don't get any of this legal shit, dude. I'm gonna be
Like I
honest.
can't sue you. Like if you and me both lived in California, I couldn't like sue you in New York, like a state court, right?
Oh yeah, sure, in the state's court, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So what subject matter jurisdiction is it has to be the appropriate court to be able to sue somebody in. So
Okay.
like one of the big issues is because so many people have gotten HIV from your mom intentionally spreading it to them, and she's so fucking fat, you have to find the right fucking courthouse to stuff that fat bitch in. And if the courthouse can't hold it, it doesn't have subject matter jurisdiction. They need a bigger fucking room.
Did he actually just come in here to explain subject matter jurisdiction? I don't what I'm so confused. I don't like what was that that felt like a drive-by shooting, dude. That was fucked up.
To cure failure, they were initially defective.
Wait, he accidentally got disconnected. Did you actually accidentally? That was an accident.
Oh yeah, I didn't even say any of that. That was my mic glitching.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, what's up? What?
Um, okay, when you sue somebody in like a court, right? The court
Mm-hmm.
needs jurisdiction,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that the court has the legal authority to hear a particular case. Okay, so let's say there's a federal law against smoking marijuana or something, and let's say that I'm in the state of California where
Mm-hmm.
marijuana is legal, and
Sure.
let's say that you wouldn't really sue me for this because it's not a civil thing, right? This is a criminal thing.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say there was a federal law that said if you smoke marijuana and blow it in somebody's face, it's bad. You couldn't sue me in the state, in a California state court
Court.
because
You have
that's a
to
federal
go
law.
federal court, right? You have to go to a federal court for
Yeah,
that,
you
right?
need to go to a
Yeah.
federal court. Yeah,
Okay.
so the jurisdiction there would be inappropriate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Venue. Sometimes people mix these up. Venue, I think, generally just refers to the specific geographic location. Now, oftentimes that'll be kind of tied to jurisdiction. So, for
Mm-hmm.
instance, like you typically need to be in the state of California to be in a California state court. So the jurisdiction and venue will be California, et cetera, right? So
Mm-hmm.
the court case that Pixie has against me, there are 4 civil causes of action. You need like a reason to sue somebody. I couldn't sue
Okay.
you for being an asshole. That's not. There's no laws against that. It's not illegal. I wouldn't be able to cite anything there, right?
Okay.
Of the 4 causes of action that Pixie is citing, there's only one of the 4 that's a federal that comes from a federal statute, and that's that first one, the disclosure of intimate images, the CARDII thing, right?
Okay, so you're just talking about reasons to sue civilly, right?
Yes. So if you go to the bottom of
Okay.
the complaint, the original statement that a plaintiff files with the courthouse that says why they're
Mm-hmm.
suing somebody, at the bottom it lists 4 causes of action. One of
Okay.
them comes from the federal law, that Intimate Images Protection Act, CARDI is how it's usually abbreviated, CARDII, and then the 3 other ones are from the state of Florida. Okay.
Okay.
So there are a few reasons why we might sue each other in federal court. One might be, for instance, you might say like diversity jurisdiction. Let's say that one of us lives in another state, and then they want to sue somebody in another state. You might elevate it to a federal courthouse,
Mm-hmm.
suing over the state issues because you're in 2 different places, et cetera. Well, one kind of jurisdiction is called subject matter jurisdiction. So subject matter jurisdiction is the subject matter something that a federal court has the legal authority to hear and decide a case on. So because
Okay.
the 3 underlying matters are state, and because me and Pxie both live in the same state, there's no diversity jurisdiction. If that
Sure.
federal cause of action, if that gets tossed, then the entire case has to be thrown out and they would need to refile in a state court. That's why all of the fighting in this court case has to do with when was a video sent. It's why all of their it's why they had to bring Abby on to keep the case alive, and it's why they're fighting so much to argue. Oh no, if you send a link on Google or if you send like a video on Discord, that actually counts forever. It's into perpetuity. It's forever, because if they can't get that first cause of action to be satisfied prima facie, meaning they've made arguments that satisfy that first civil cause of action, then that means that the entire case gets thrown out and they have to refile a whole new case in state court.
Wait,
Does that make sense?
so I understand the part where you need like a civil reasoning in order to file a lawsuit.
Mhm.
What about what is it about like the Pixie's video sent date that is so important that is tied to it again? Because I'm a little
Because
bit
that
confused on
first
that.
law wasn't active until October of 2022, I think.
Oh, so like at some
That's
point
why
the
they
the
fight. That's why
law
they
came
lied
into
about the
effect.
date. Correct. That's why they initially, when they filed it, they pretended that, oh, well, who knows, the confusion on the date. Maybe it was October and not April. Well, if it's October, then that would make that valid for that federal law, but it wasn't. And we know it's not. And everybody knows it's not. You can tell by the evidence they submitted that they know it's not, unless they
Mm-hmm.
think there are 27 months in a year. But if it's
Okay.
April, then they have to toss out the entire Rose claim, unless they can keep it alive with this weird Google Drive thing. But they know they can't do that. And then the only other thing they have if they toss that is Abby MC's testimony, of which they have no concrete proof over. So they
Oh,
just have to
wait,
pray that the judge thinks her testimony is valid without any evidence.
wait, so this is a state law that went into effect when?
Federal law that was
Federal law. Oh,
passed, I think, in
okay.
2022, but it didn't become
2022.
operative until October of 2022.
October of 2022. I see. Okay, so do you think that does the motion to dismiss have anything to do with this?
Well, so for our motion to dismiss, it's just going to be arguing over whether or not we feel like the court has subject matter jurisdiction. That's the argument that we're bringing up. And then it's going to have to do
Mm-hmm.
with whether or not we can convince the judge that they haven't made an argument that satisfies the necessary elements of the first cause of action, which is the federal one relating to the disclosure of intimate images. So it's basically saying
Oh.
like they haven't made this argument. But the thing is, a motion to dismiss is read with the complaint basically read as true by the judge. So the judge isn't going to make a fact determination at all when it reads the complaint. You could write that, defendant Stephen Bunnell went back in time and Hitler came forward in time and they time traveled and they sent this, and the judge basically will read the complaint. Maybe not for that reason, but the judge will read it as true. The judge isn't there to resolve any factual dispute. Now, for a
Mm-hmm.
motion for summary judgment, that would come at the end of discovery. The judge will start to read things rather than assuming it's true. He'll read it in the most favorable light to the opposite of the movements. So, but that gives me more wiggle room. But so the winning on the motion to dismiss is, I think, would be unlikely. It's possible, I guess, but the motion for summary judgment is much more likely. Yeah.
How would how would Pixie fight the motion to dismiss? Like,
Well, for the
what
motion
is
to
their best
dismiss, they just
argument?
have to have that. Well, the argument is you have a legitimate witness, Abby MC, who's willing to testify that that I sent her a video in 2023 of the plaintiff,
Okay.
and her testimony is evidence
Hmm.
technically, and the judge technically maybe shouldn't make I don't know how conservative or not conservative they are on that. I don't know, because I imagine there are some things that like a judge would make some fact determination. Like if somebody were to say like I have a blind friend, but he used his X-ray vision to see something through a wall, I can't imagine a judge would say, okay, well I have to read this as true. Um, but yeah, but I also don't know at some point, like the opposing counsel has, I imagine, is going to get dinged for acting in bad faith, because it's already kind of crazy if we're this deep in and the subject matter jurisdiction hasn't been adequately established on the plaintiff's side, because that means that this whole case has been a waste of time of the whole court, and these guys have shot like 750 motions out of their fucking litigation machine gun, and it'd be pretty crazy that we've come this far and they don't even have evidence that they've satisfied the federal statute.
Okay, so you're hoping on for them to see like, okay, this is like a fucking racket. This is bullshit.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, the judge
Yeah.
hasn't been. I would say the judges haven't been too kind to the plaintiffs because of the late filings, because of the just basically how late they've been on everything. Kind of like all the motions are getting pretty wacky. Like that
Yeah.
statement of like they've thrown the proverbial kitchen sink. Like this is a, I don't know if you've seen some of the, like we looked at the docket, I think for like Ethan Klein's huge court case, I think there were like 120 items on that docket. There was one where Taylor Lorenz and the New York Times was sued by a lady, and I think they had like 70 items on their docket for like a 3-year court case. I think my docket is up to over, is it over 120 items right now?
Jesus.
Like it looks like,
Okay.
this looks like an insanely active court case where there's a lot of crazy shit going on, but there's not really. It's just, it's kind of, it's just
It's
goofy,
all just
right?
fluff. Yeah.
Yeah, the 120 items as of today. And we still have 7 or 6 other motions before the court, so it's at least 6 or 7 or whatever more. And yeah, it's just, this is going to be like a 200 plus docket item case. And this court case is only been going for not even a year, right? Didn't they file this in like January of this year? This is just 2025. It's crazy.
How
February of 2025. Yeah, it's
how
insane.
did your lawyer get my channel name wrong?
Where?
Wait, is it your lawyer or is it Pixie's lawyer that put food shop, but not food
Oh, they would.
shops?
Oh, well, if it was their motion, it was probably them, right?
Oh, yeah, they're a bunch of retards. Sorry,
They're
speculation.
just copying and pasting whatever they see off of Kiwi Forms, I think. I'm pretty sure, didn't they just, I think they
But
linked
that
directly to
makes
it, didn't they?
no. If they were just copy and pasting off of Kiwi Farms, they would have used dude slops. Okay.
Jesus.
Um. Okay. Um. Fuck. When do you think this is gonna end? Been going on for a while, right?
I mean, who knows? It's taking a long time to get these rulings, so I think we've got deadlines approaching. Like discovery is supposed to be done by December or something, but maybe the judge seeing that like this subject matter, like my guess is going to be that subject matter jurisdiction questions being like this present, this late into the case probably doesn't look good. Like this shouldn't be a question at this point. We're already late trading discovery. We're finally doing that now. But the fact that like this question is still kind of hanging over the court is pretty bad, I think. So maybe he'll be motivated to kind of accelerate the rulings on that
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, someone said it was this anti-fan says it was Destiny's lawyer. Hey, listen, okay, then that's just an innocent mistake. Okay, no problem. Not
Nice.
retarded.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Um. I remember I had another. Oh yeah, what the fuck were you talking about? When you DM'd me. Okay, so you don't think Pixie was chain shopping? The New York. What do you mean the New York firm was for aggressive slash plaintiff litigation?
I think generally, if you're going like boutique or like really high powered lawyers, like they tend to, the law firms or the litigators themselves will specialize in certain areas of law or certain sides of the law. The firm that I had retained in New York City was like this is a plaintiff law firm. This is like if somebody fucked you over on revenge porn or somebody did some crazy shit, you hire this law firm and then they go after that person for you. The law firm that I've retained for Butler and them, I believe, is generally a defendant law firm. This is if somebody's going after you and you need a really good civil defense, then these are the people you go to. But it's not the same. So if somebody was trying to like block me from getting some kind of litigator, they wouldn't go to all of the aggressive lawyers. They would go to the defendant lawyers, right?
Okay. Um. What? So was it just a coincidence that you guys just happened upon the same law firm, or am I not getting it somehow?
It's a
I'm very
really
stupid.
well
Okay.
known.
Be
It's a
patient.
really it's a well known law firm. Like if you're connected in these types of cases, it's not a surprise that somebody like Runaway would know of this law firm to go to.
Okay. Do you have any? Someone is asking me. Do you have any plans to recoup the costs somehow that you have used so
I'll try to
far?
push for it for this
I
on the
mean,
motion to dismiss. I think we'll try
yeah.
to push for it. Yeah, because I think
You're
there's
not.
enough to show. I
Yeah.
think it's bad. There's a lot of bad faith on the plaintiff's side for this. Like the fact that they're even pretending not to understand the dates is pretty astounding to me. I don't know why you'd even be allowed to touch anything related to court filings if you don't know how to read like standard date formats. It's pretty insane.
Sure. Um. I think it's just kind of insane that. I think people have said, "Oh, you've only lost a few $100,000 or something," but in my opinion, you've lost millions of dollars at this point. Just mainly because
Um, From all the bad PR and everything else. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
lot.
yeah,
But like,
because yeah, but the concurrent
even if you
viewers and in
100,000
addition
is
to
a
the
lot
ads and
of
stuff, yeah.
one of the psychological stuff too. It's a lot. I don't think most people would have been able to keep streaming and pushing through everything. But
No.
yeah, I don't think.
I mean,
I mean, even if it only ends
Tectone
up
is
being like,
gone. It fucking wrecked him. Like he's just fucking disappearing now.
sure, and even if it
Yeah.
is like, say it's only 500K by the end, that's I even though I'm wealthy, that's still a lot of money to just set on fire, especially for something as stupid as this.
Yeah, no,
Especially when it's hurt so much other stuff, right? That you're aware of. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. But what are you gonna do?
Jesus Christ. Are you gonna go back to the packet after this thing is over? Or do you not
I
feel
have
like
no
it
idea.
anymore?
I don't.
Yeah.
I have no. I don't. I don't know. I have to wait and evaluate and see where things are after, because I still don't know. Like, maybe this ends in a month and a half. You know, on a
Yeah.
really sick motion to dismiss, or maybe this somehow gets. You know, somehow the motion for summary judgment. The judge is like, well, you know, if Abby's willing to testify this, even if she has no evidence, like technically they could do it. And they're like, oh, well, I guess we go to trial then in April or whatever, and it gets dragged out for about a year. You know, it could happen.
Yeah.
Unlikely, but it could happen.
Yeah, it's especially frustrating when it feels like you were going after Solo and you had justified reason to go after Solo and everything. And then this civil suit case drops, so you can't spend any time on the packet. And now it just feels like that opportunity may or may not have been squandered because by the time this case is over, you may not have the energy or the money to go after Solo. That's
Well,
kind of what I'm
there's
feeling or thinking.
those are two things that are kind of true, but there's also the evidence is also kind of fucked too, right? Because like, as retarded as people seem to think online that everything is online forever, that's absolutely not the case. Like, Discord will keep logs for 30 days. It doesn't matter if you're the fucking NSA or God or whatever. Like, you know, after a month, a lot of places will delete data, especially with the data protection stuff from Europe and everything. So a lot of that stuff is just gone, right? Especially because the person is so on notice as well. Like, he would be pretty stupid if he kept a lot of that shit around. So
do you fuck do you think that if you would have settled, like she would have demanded legitimately for $15 million for a settlement? No shot, right?
The problem is she's not very smart, and then the people gassing her up are not looking out for her, and they are not very smart either, right? Lauren just wants to see me suffer as much as possible, so there is probably no world where any real settlement, you know, came in. She dramatically overestimates how damaged she is. She dramatically overestimates how easy this case would be, and she dramatically overestimates how liable I am for anything here. So, yeah, it was really stupid from start to finish.
Holy fuck. Dude, I feel like even if you tried to settle, she would like demand some amount. Like she would probably be like, "Oh, you know what? I thought that $15 million was too much. You know what? I'm offering you some mercy, and I want to settle for $5 million." That would be crazy. But yeah, I
Well,
feel
her
like she
initial
would do
extortion
something
attempt
like
was
that.
$1 million, right? She said she was telling Kyla and other people around us that it had to be $1 million, and that was before I think she'd even retained a lawyer. So she's delusional.
Why did she fuck? Why did she go after the civil path after you? She could have had a multitude of choices. She'd have gone through the criminal path to hunt down Solo, someone who is a potential like actual sex trafficker. She could have gone the civil path against Kiwi Farms, which she may have had a higher chance of winning. Why do you think she did this? Is it just
Soft
because the
target.
public is on her side and Gaslight?
Yeah, soft target. Why go after Kiwi Farms? That would be a legitimately difficult thing to do.
Yeah,
For
it
the Solo guy, there's no guarantee that he has any money, so why waste the time, right? I'm probably seen as a softer target that obviously the PR is going to be a lot rougher for me, and I have a lot more to lose, so maybe she thinks she can squeeze more in terms of a settlement or something. That's my guess, but...
Yeah. Have you legitimately found like maybe 3 other like victims of Solo? Or something?
Where by the end of it's hard to say. By the end of who knows.
Okay, yeah. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine like forsaking like these actual other real victims for your fucking petty internet online beef drama shit? Dude, that fucking infuriates me. Anyway, do you think that Brianna Wu is still behind this somehow in any sense, or do you think she took a step back?
I have no idea. I probably wouldn't comment on it, but I don't know.
Oh, this is a racket.
Yeah, pretty dumb.
Dude, I can't believe I just can't just only be me. I feel like there has to be someone else who's willing to try to, I don't know, interpret what you're doing in a better light. I think this entire cancellation campaign have been really blackpilling. They've taken the most bad faith of the most bad faith route when in reality, in a situation where, I mean, I know that everyone online does this, I'm familiar enough, but like I think in a situation where everyone is there are plenty of people defending you and there's plenty of people trying to cancel you, like I feel like I would be more middle of the road. But because I would be more middle of the road in that timeline, in this timeline where literally everybody else is trying to cancel you, I just seem to be the most pro Destiny side. That's just the
Yeah,
way I kind of look at it. And then Kiwi Farms is also, to be fair, I am heavily provoking Kiwi Farms. Um,
I mean,
I
I
am
think the
trying to
issue
do
is that like
that.
everybody saw the coverage when the complaint dropped, and I mean, Pixie's initial statement, I mean, looked really fucking horrible, right? Like the allegations that she had initially made when nobody knew anything about her, like they seemed pretty unhinged, in terms of like, what she alleged that I had done. So, I don't blame people for not reading like a lot of the middle filings, and
Hmm.
I think once like a final ruling is out, I can obviously take that to the public more and talk more about everything that's happened now that it's like been before the court and everything. So.
How depressed are you right now?
Mm, I don't know. I feel like, all things considered, I feel I feel like I've survived pretty well so far. Just chilling, playing games, doing research, waiting for the midterm season to pick up in the future. So probably be slow for
Uh,
several months. Like it's good that it happened now, I guess, while the political season is kind of lulling a bit, and
mhm.
then hopefully it's all over by the time midterms pick up.
How you how do you feel about your viewership right now? It's kind of low.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I mean, I've been taking some time off stream because I've been doing a lot of real life stuff, and then I feel like the political season is pretty boring right now, and then I'm playing through this Expedition 33 game, so.
Okay. Um, oh shit. Why did you give me so much information? Are you not afraid of me backstabbing you? What's wrong with
I feel like
you?
most of what I told you the other day was pretty public.
Well, you show me you show me some private stuff that I could have took a screenshot of real quick and then distributed later to fuck with you. Well, how do you
Maybe
not know
it's
I'm gonna do something like that?
maybe some of it's modified in some way that would make it impossible for that to happen, or I would know. Maybe I've changed a couple names around.
Okay. Okay, I'm just surprised that, I mean, like in a especially given your recent arcs, you've been like, "Oh yeah, I'm not gonna trust anyone ever again. You should never trust content creators, blah blah blah," right? And you should obviously always believe that. Just seems crazy.
I mean, for this, I mean, at this point, like this case is fairly on rails. Like, there's not much. Um, yeah, it's just a matter of like how many dumb motions can the other side file. Like, there's not much I'm worried about. I think my maneuvering, I'd be a lot more cautious if I was like hardcore trying to avoid like some other wrongdoing like coming to light, or I was like trying to be like very careful around like, oh fuck, I can't like let this get to discovery or something. But I mean, I'm not worried about anything like that. So there's not like I said, I feel like it's pretty on rails at this point.
Okay. All right. I don't know if there's any other questions I have to ask you. Um, you watch me in your free time.
Um, yeah, well, I'm just doing my emails over here.
Uh, oh yeah, I just want to thank you for giving me a career.
Shut the fuck up. Just watch your
What the
fucking put the YouTube video in the bag.
why can't I thank you? I'm just trying to be nice. I'm genuinely like grateful. I mean, I'm a little gay, but like I'm just saying thank you. Like what the fuck? Do you not think I should thank you or
I'll remember this conversation when you backstab me next, okay?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. At least, you have some contingency. I mean, remember when that person you gave $5,000 to do her top surgery backstabbed you? I forgot what's her name again? Fuck me, dude.
Lumi Rue, I think, right?
Lumiru, that's right. Lumiru. Yeah, I
I don't think
remember
it was
that.
5,000. I think it was wasn't it just 1,000?
It's still a lot of money.
And it was an anonymous donation.
Jesus Christ. Oh wait, okay, if it's anonymous, then she doesn't know that it's you, right?
Well, like I
To
didn't
be
like do
fair.
it on stream and make like a huge deal out of it because I was
You shouldn't, sure.
yeah, but I'm
Um
But what are you gonna do? It's all Gucci.
Vosh is pulling like 8K to 10K. I'm pretty sure not bought it as well. That's pretty crazy. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, he's Fortress arced his shit, and his live viewership I think is generally pretty good. I feel like he's been at over 5K for the last year, and then depending on what's going on, it can go anywhere from 10 to 15, depending on what's going on.
Yeah, he's been doing really well. Is there what? Okay, another thing that really bothered me, I guess, is Hassan mass doxing a bunch of people. I think that stuff is really fucking bad. I think nothing's gonna come out of it, but what do you think people can do? Like for example, why the fuck did everyone why the fuck did everyone disconnect from you and sever their bridges with you if they don't get if they still get called a Destiny Orbiter? Like they still get called a Destiny Orbiter. They still get that
Well,
association
depends
and
on
all
what
the
people
damages
depends on who you're
coming from
talking
that.
about.
Hutch.
Well, I mean, initially the people did it because a combination of all the social pressure, but then also probably because the initial statements looked really bad from Pxie, right?
Sure. Yeah, but the thing is that I it's so stupid to me because the point of like disconnecting from you, sure, maybe it's like based off of like personal principles, you're like actually emotionally disturbed by it, but it feels like business wise, it's just such I don't know, it's just
Well, there's a lot. I mean, there's going to be a lot of pressure too, because people are going to be, especially with your Queemans and Justicles and those types, going from chat to chat and lurking and shit. People are going to be putting a lot of pressure on you as well. So it's easy to kind of bow to that, I guess, or it's difficult to resist all of that kind of pressure, I think.
yeah. Also, you're really lucky. I just want to say that as well. Just mainly because I think yesterday I told you about one of your little birdies, right?
Yeah.
You're really lucky. You're not I can't believe how lucky you are. Like for someone to do that without any kind of public recognition or any kind of like the stuff that they do just for free in their own time and for no recognition. This is the first and last thing they will ever do, and then they just drop out the sphere after they're done. That's insane to me. That's
Yeah. I mean,
I can't comprehend that in my mind, like at all.
some people are spite driven on the other side, I'm here for it.
Okay. Yeah, okay, you got lucky. Yeah, I think there are also some cosmic coincidences maybe in a like a little bit like that benefit you a lot. Like for example, the timing of the litigation going into effect federally is another like cosmic luck that you have gone through. Um yeah.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I mean, there might be a world where it's unlucky, because there might be a world where, depending on how things are, where I just say, oh, okay, well, I guess we're on this, so then we go to trial and we fight over damages or whatever, and then she ends up winning at trial, and the jury awards are like, $20,000. I was like, oh, okay. And then it ends up being cheaper at the end, who knows?
What if years down the line you get sued again for the same reason by another person?
I mean, it would have to survive a motion to dismiss. I don't think there's anything else out there that would work like that right now.
Oh god, this is what we call plot-wise foreshadowing, okay, guys? Okay. Um Wait, what's your comment on the fuck? Okay, I don't want to pry into this too much. Just if it's legally like sensitive, just let me know, okay? The Cherry recording. What's your side of the story on that one?
I'll wait on that until after this case, just because I don't know for all the little people who are kind of like circling. I don't know what what the plan is for that, or what anybody's waiting for that. So I'll
Okay.
just tell. I'll say that I'm confident that nothing is happening relating to it. I'll say that much.
Okay. As your public defender, okay, I have to say to shut the fuck up on it, okay? Because you're retarded.
What? I don't think I'd say anything about it.
Okay, that's good. Are you retarded, yes or no?
Not usually.
I'm just trying to cosplay Pisco, okay?
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right. Is there anything else? Any last words, buddy? Buddy-o?
No, I'm just chilling, just hanging out.
Like in the background?
Yeah.
Okay, let me share my screen. Give me a second.
Why can't I just unmute your stream? Jeez.
Why would I yeah, just like
Okay.
I can so that you don't get an echo, okay? Jesus. All right. Woohoo! Let's react together with Destiny. Yay, fun. Okay, hold on.